I discovered that there is much treasure in rejection. Whenever you pass through rejection, or people only tolerate you, they don't celebrate you, it's a sign that you carry something that cannot be contained in a small container.
What you just need to do in life is to identify the people that can really make you succeed. And as I said, and I repeat, success means you trying to do something above your normal limitation that may keep you growing positive.
Why would a woman want to sell her body to make it in life?
Rising Prime is a motivational program where we interview highly positioned and respected Nigerians to discuss their achievements, how they got to the level where they are, the challenges they passed through, and how they were able to conquer their challenges in the view of motivating, educating, and enlightening the poor, the vulnerable, and the less privileged Nigerians. Today's edition of Rising Prime promises to be tremendous, but we shall be doing it a bit different because we have a multi-talented young man here. He's an IT professional. He will be motivating us from his area of specialization. But before we do anything on this program, like it is our norm on this program to say a word of prayer by reciting the second stanza of the national anthem. So if you are a Nigerian, a true Nigerian, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, I crave your indulgence to please pause and join me in the recitation of the second stanza of the national anthem. O God of creation, direct our noble course, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty height attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Maybe a lot of you don't know that the second stanza of the national anthem is more like a prayer. Well, if you're just tuning into your favorite TV channel, it is Rising Prime, and we're about getting started. My guest for today's edition is a dynamic young man, an IT professional. He is the president of the CEO's Hub. But you know how we do it. Before you meet my guest, let's go on a musical break. When we come back, the program continues. My name is Israel Akinde. You're welcome.
Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home. I'm going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. And daddy says, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. Get broken, no, you're just a little boy, and you may never find your way. And I said, I know I could get lost, I know I could get broken, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me.
I am rising prime, no matter what may come my way. I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising prime.
Welcome back, and if you're just tuning into your favorite TV channel, it is Rising Prime, and we're about getting started. Before we went on that musical break, I was about to introduce you to my guest. He's no other person than the young millionaire himself, a very young man, a dynamic young man. Trust me, he's loaded. He's an IT professional. He will be motivating us in the area of ICT. Join me as I welcome my guest, Mr. Dada Stephen. It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you so much.
So, for the benefit of our viewers, we would like to know who Mr. Dada Stephen really is. Could you please give us a biography of you from childhood to date?
Okay. My name is Dada Stephen. I'm the president of CEO's Hub, a network of entrepreneurs from 34 countries. I'm also the CEO of Nevo IT Solutions, an IT solutions, just like the name, an IT solutions company. We identify problems and then prefer IT solutions to resolving those problems. Okay. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm from Ikorodu in Lagos. All my life I schooled in Lagos. And then before I went to the university, I went to the Polytechnic where I studied library and information science. So at my HND1, my dad insisted I had to go to the university. So I had to try direct entry, but to cut the long story short, I had to start from the 100 level again in the university. Oh. I attended Tai Solarin University of Education in Ogun State, Nigeria, where I also studied library and information science. Okay. I specialized in social media. My final year project in 2010 was a social media project. I built a social media platform that I donated to my school. I called it School 2. And I researched about social media, how it came about, and how it could be used to make the educational sector better. And from there, I came to serve in Kaduna. And then my master's degree, started my master's degree in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, master's in information science. So it's still ongoing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, you are an IT professional. We would like to know, from this part of our world, are we really utilizing ICT? Would you say we are actually utilizing ICT like the other part of the world?
Well, it will be fair enough to say that we, to a great extent, are utilizing ICT, because if you look at the population of Nigeria, we are over 180 million. As at 2015, we were 181.5 million. If you look at the statistics of internet usage, for instance, it's over 65% as at 2015 of the population. Okay. So to an extent, to a great deal, Nigeria is really embracing technology. But then again, we cannot compare the level of utilization of information technology or information communication technology to advanced countries. But to a great extent, especially in Africa, because of our population, I can say that to an extent, Nigeria have been able to embrace technology.
Okay, yes, good. We might be embracing technology.
Yeah.
But to a great extent, in as much as we are the giant of Africa, yeah, but to a large extent, we cannot be compared to South Africa in terms of the utilization of ICT.
All right.
Good. So I would like to know, are we really making the best use of ICT?
Okay, thank you very much. I agree with you in the sense that South Africa, to an extent, utilizes technology more than Nigeria. As a matter of fact, I was at a summit last week where I was arguing in favor of Kenya in East Africa, that as a matter of fact, Kenya is even more technologically advanced than Nigeria. Now, what I'm trying to say is that as individuals, as citizens of Nigeria, we are doing well in terms of IT. Fortunately, we have a government that has not really seen the impact of technology. Okay. And so the government, to an extent, determines whether a country is a technology-driven country or not. Now, as an individual, I could tell you, okay, I have a mobile phone, I use some applications, I have a laptop computer, I use some softwares, I find my way around it, I can use the internet and all that. But you see, the government can also help in the sense that it could make facilities available, which will make people even want to do better. So now, as individuals, as citizens, I would tell you categorically that Nigerians are really utilizing technology. But at the government level, well, we still cannot compare Nigeria to South Africa, to Kenya, even to Ghana to an extent.
Viewers, it's getting sweeter and sweeter. Let's go on this break. When we come back, my guest remains Mr. Dada Stephen.
You may be a shoe shiner, that doesn't mean you can't shine.
It is motivational, it is educative, it is grossly informative. What a source of strength to the discouraged and depressed. Rising Prime.
Welcome to another tremendous edition of your motivational and life transforming program, Rising Prime.
A motivational television magazine on this station, focusing on the starting point, the challenges, the achievements, the processes, the failures, and the success story. These and many more forms part of the program when we interview highly positioned and respected Nigerians. You don't want to miss it.
Where is your strength? Believe in it. Not every dream will become true.
Get educated, entertained, and motivated on Rising Prime. Rising Prime, a life-transforming program.
Welcome back, and if you're just tuning into your favorite TV channel, it is Rising Prime, and my guest has been Dada Stephen, an IT professional and the president of CEO's Hub. Welcome back from the break. Okay, Mr. Dada, we would like to know what the impact of ICT is on Nigeria, because we have a lot of people that make use of ICT. Like you said, some make good use of it, while some make bad use of it. What would you say is the impact of ICT on Nigeria, coming down to Nigeria?
There's a concept in technology called technophobia. A concept called technophobia, that's the fear of technology. Now, there's another concept in technology that we call digital migration and digital immigration and digital natives. Now, for people who are about, say, 35 years old downwards, you could call them digital migrants. All right. Now, especially for the young children, the children we are giving birth to, starting from the year 2000 till today, till tomorrow, are digital natives. That means they were born into the era of technology. That's why you find it easy for a child of 3 years old to pick up the DSTV remote and then program it in such a way that when it's exactly 5 p.m. it switches to Cartoon Network. So even if the dad and the mom are in the living room watching maybe the network news or something very important, all of a sudden it changes. All right. Now, so you cannot expect that child to start telling you that technology has negative impacts or negative sides. Now, you see, the people that complain about technology are these people that you're talking about, people from 50 years old and above, people from maybe 45 years and above, who have not embraced it.
Okay, how do we bring in the equilibrium?
Good. Now, there should be a middle point. Now, out of these same people, we have people who have made themselves to become immigrants, digital immigrants.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So now a lot of them, especially because of their jobs, the nature of their jobs, that's not saying that there are not bad sides of technology, of ICT, like the cyber crimes that you just talked about and the rest of it. But then again, you see, everything in life, that's what I was just trying to prove to you, everything in life has the good side and the bad side, the pros and cons, the positive and the negative side. But you see, one thing I've come to realize and discover is when you focus on the positive side, you get to receive more of the positive benefits. Whatever you focus more on is what you get. If you focus so much, if you dwell so much on the negative side, since that's where your strength lies, that's what you get to see. Now you see, technology has done us more good than harm, you know, so there is more that technology can do. You understand? So that's why we always tend to harness, we always try to synergize, you know, physical, traditional technology, traditional security with digital security. Now, in the United States of America, there's CCTV virtually on every street. Now, the policeman cannot be on all streets at the same time. The policeman cannot be even inside people's houses at the same time. So what they do is this: the CCTV camera that have been positioned everywhere captures everything. Now look at, there was a situation where two brothers in the United States, I think that was 2 years ago, they went to do some massive shooting in MIT. So they killed some people, and then CNN was all over the place, and then we couldn't get anything. But in less than 24 hours, when the security operatives had gone to do some investigation and everything, they saw that they were able to catch one of the brothers on the CCTV. And that was the lead they had to getting those people. So you see, in that area, Nigeria is not it's not there yet, you know. So because if I shoot anybody on the streets of Kaduna now, on the streets of Lagos, or on the streets of Kano, nobody gets to know.
Now that you've pointed out that the Nigerian government are having shortfall in their database, what would your advice be to the present government on the utilization of ICT?
All right, so you see, talking about how the government can come in the aspect of utilization of information technology. First, I understand that we have satellite infrastructures. We need to get more reliable satellite infrastructures. When we have the reliable satellite infrastructures, then, you know, the National Information Agency is supposed to ensure that we have adequate data of everyone in this country, of every situation, of every circumstance in this country, such that we can be able to go somewhere to be able to access all this information. Also, we need to know that, you see, the government needs to support technology entrepreneurs that are into technology, and with adequate funding. We have banks, like we have the national, the NEXIM, that's National Export and Import Bank. We have SMIDAN and all that. We should also have a bank for technological projects funding. Also, the government should be able to support entrepreneurs who are into IT by creating more hubs, more technological hubs where people can have access to free internet, to be able to do adequate research, because entrepreneurship is about research. So adequate research and come up with things. Of course, also there are some entrepreneurs already, some Nigerians, even as young as some of them are, who are already trying their hands in one technological product or service or the other.
Just like you are doing.
So the government should be able to give them this support, this morale booster, so that we can, because one thing about technology is all about creativity. It's all about innovation. But for you to be able to succeed in creativity and innovation, you need to have an environment that encourages you to be able to come up with such initiatives. So the government needs to work on the satellites. They need to help in terms of the database. We need more infrastructures, more technological infrastructures. Okay. Yeah.
Viewers, you agree with me that my guest today on this platform is substantial. Let's go on another break. When we come back, the program continues. Join us again.
I am rising pride, no matter what may come my way. I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising pride.
Born in Australia without arms or legs, 30-year-old Nick Vujicic has become a symbol of triumph against all odds. His inspiring YouTube videos have been watched over 100 million times.
You may have arms and legs, but unless you know three things. Number one, who are you and what your value is? Number two, what is your purpose here in life? And number 3, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those 3 questions, you're more disabled than I.
But the road to self-acceptance was excruciating for Nick. For years, he was harassed and tormented at school. When he was 10, Nick attempted suicide.
At age 10, I actually tried to commit suicide by trying to drown myself in my bathtub. And the only reason I decided to stay was because I didn't want to leave my loved ones with that pain. So I decided to give my broken pieces a chance. Man, am I glad that I'm still here. Today, I still have no arms, no legs. But everything's changed.
After years of feeling worthless and alone, Nick's awakening came while reading an article about a disabled man who refused to let physical limitations hold him back. In that moment, Nick says he discovered the power to take control of his life.
And I had questions and no answers, and I asked my mom and dad, why did this happen? I asked doctors, why did this happen? They don't know. There are some things in life that are out of your control that you can't change and you got to live with. The choice that we have, though, is either to give up or keep on going. Every single human being has value, and my value is not determined on how I look or what job I have or where I'm from, where I was born, how much money. All that stuff is nothing.
Today, Nick surfs, he snorkels, he golfs, and plays soccer. He's traveled to 44 countries with his message of hope.
But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. Because I tell you, I'm down here, face down, and I have no arms, no legs. It should be impossible for me to get back up, but it's not. You see, I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. Does that make sense?
And less than a year ago, Nick married the love of his life and danced at their wedding.
I am rising pride, no matter what may come my way. I will not give up on life. I will not give up. I will not give up. I am rising pride.
Welcome back from the break. Mr. Dada, Rising Prime is a motivational program where we interview highly positioned and respected Nigerians to discuss their achievement, how they got to the level where they are, the challenges they passed through, and how they were able to conquer their challenges. Generally, to motivate the Nigerian youth out there that you can make it as well in life if you're focused and you can conquer your fears as well. So, but on today's edition, it is a bit different because you're a young man, a dynamic young man, a multi-talented young man. So far, I believe my guests have been enjoying you. So what would your words of advice be to that Nigerian out there wishing to come to the limelight in the nearby future, wishing to step out of the level where they are? Maybe some of them their dreams are being shattered. Some of them had stopped pursuing their dreams, probably because of the economic downturn or government policy or one challenge or the other around them. What would your advice be? Being the president of CEO's Hub, what would your advice be to that Nigerian out there watching you right now?
Thank you very much, Mr. Israel. One thing we need to know is that the change that we seek is actually inside of us. Now, I always say this, this was my quote in 2010, except a man effects a change, he should not expect a change. Now, you see, we're all less privileged in one way or the other. So when people talk about less privilege, I just laugh. We're all less privileged in one way or the other. But of course, it's a relative term. For Nigerians out there who are going through one economic hardship or the other, this is my word of advice to you. Think big and start small. Whatever you are going to do in life, it is not outside of your vicinity or environment. There is a skill in your hand. There is a talent inside of you. When I started CEO's Hub, it will interest you to know, I started on WhatsApp. Today we are talking about CEO's Hub application, mobile application that people can download from wherever in the world, just to network themselves with other entrepreneurs anywhere in the world, expand their businesses and migrate. My advice to young Nigerians or any category of Nigerians out there is that whatever you are aspiring for, you can aim at it. You can start now. Start with what you have. Start wherever you are. The problem with many Nigerians is that we always want to have it big before we start. I want to start a business. I need 1 million naira to start. So if I don't get 1 million naira, I can't start the business. No, start with that 100 naira. What that business you want to do with 1 million naira, there will be the 100 naira, there will be the 1,000 naira worth of it. Start small, and before you know it, just be persistent, be consistent. When I started CEO's Hub, it was not easy for me. Even when I wanted to register it as an NGO, I met a lot of brick walls, but I didn't stop. I continued because I knew what I felt inside of me about it, and I continued. And today, CEO's Hub has even made me to have the opportunity to meet many people, including yourself, because I'm sure if not for CEO's Hub, I wouldn't have this opportunity. Yeah. So, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to become, it is not far-fetched. It is not outside of your surrounding. Start from where you are with what you have, and before you know, boom, you're there.
Distinguished viewers, it has been an awesome time on this edition, and my guest has been the president of CEO's Hub. He is an IT professional. Believe me, if you meet this guy in person, you will agree with me that he is substantial. And if you've been following the program, you as well agree with me that you've been one way or the other impacted by his words on this platform. This is where we draw the curtain for today's edition. For sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the numbers on your screen. And I want to leave you with this word: the quality of goals you set will determine the quality of people you attract. And I want to tell you that you are the first believer of your dreams. So therefore, do not allow economic challenge or whatsoever the challenge could be you're passing through presently to determine your future. I remain my humble self, Israel Akinde, and like I will tell you, to keep watching Rising Prime and keep rising. Please make it a date with us, same time, same station next week, until I come your way again. Bye for now.
I will not give up on life anymore. I am Rising Prime. From every ugly situation, I will not give up on life anymore.